Hey everybody, it's Robbie 06261095 here for some more EarthBound. In the last part, we explored most of Stonehenge base, and we got all the way up to basically the end, but we had the caveat of the Sword of Kings, that if we beat the final boss, all the enemies go away, and we will no longer be able to obtain it. So, in this part, I'm starting off with calling Escargot Express because the Eraser is no longer needed. The Eraser statue in Stonehenge base is the only one in the game, so that can go away forever. And while he is here, I think I want to go ahead and take care of some inventory management. I think we have a bit too many recovery, a couple of life noodles items, so I'm going to go ahead and have them store some of those away. Very good. And now we have a few more inventory slots to keep track of, to manage. Very well. So let's go ahead and head back into the base. And what I'm going to do now, as I described in the last part, is I'm going to do my best to try and get the Sword of Kings. And there's a couple different, there's one thing I wanted to show for that. So, like I mentioned, the Starman supers do not spawn in this early part. They only spawn in the factory part, so I will meet you at that part. Okay, this level up, who got Healing Omega? That is, very good. Pretty sure that is a full heal on Revive. So that's a very good one there. Still not back to the main area yet. Okay, I finally made it back to the factory portion. Here is how we are looking stat-wise. Nest reached 64, Paula 61, Jeff's 58, and Pooh is 52. Like I mentioned, if I get too close to level 70 with Ness, I think I'm going to go ahead and reset everything. But one thing I didn't mention in the last part was the use of Jeff's Spy. Now, Jeff's Spy, what it can be used for is it can be used to actually see if the enemy in particular has an item. And if so, he will steal that item. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that real quick here. I'm going to use Spy on the Starman Super, and then everyone else can bash there. Just Spy's in the Starman Super. He's got his offense, defense, and this guy does not have an item, so if you so choose, you can run away, and then just go ahead, and that way you don't risk over-leveling. Because if he does, in fact, have the item, they will actually have, Jeff will take it. Man, running is such a low chance in this game, it's crazy. But fortunately, these guys are not actually doing any sort of damaging. There we go. So yeah, that's another strat that you can use. For the purposes of my counting, I will count the Starman supers that I encounter there, and just use the Spy on. So currently I've encountered 13 of them and have not had any luck so far. So I don't know if I'm going to do any sort of, like, if I'm just going to leave all these in, if I'm going to speed it up, or if I'm just going to cut until I actually encounter one that has it. And there we go, this guy does not have it. But he's so weak now, I might as well just bash him to death. And that makes 14. So yeah, I may leave, I may just speed everything up, do sort of like a weird montage sort of thing, or I may just cut away until I actually have found it, and I'll have the official number of how many Starman supers it took. Oh, super bomb. Dang. You got my hopes up, game. Dang, it was the 15th super that I spied on, but I think it was the atomic power robot item that's that super bomb. Yeah, that's one of the downsides about encountering multiple enemies in one turn, or in one fight, is that it'll roll the item. And it can just so happen that it's not the Starman Super's item, which is what happened here. Also, important thing to note, if you're using this particular, using the spy strat, make sure you have a spot available in your inventory, or else Jeff won't have anywhere to put the item that he steals. Well, on the 18th Starman Super, it wasn't the sword, but Pooh got a level up. And on the 19th one, Jeff got a level up. On the 20th one, Ness reached level 65. With only a single HP. Wow, kind of a pitiful level up there, Ness. On the 27th Starman Super, Paula reached level 62, and Pooh reached level 54. On Starman Super 33, Jeff reached level 60 and gets 4 offense, holy cow, and 3 luck. Nice level up, Jeff. This was Starman Super 35. The Sword of Kings! 35! Oh, man, yes! Woo! We did it! Alright, Starman Super 35 was all it took for the Sword of Kings to actually be dropped. That is... Actually, I didn't take as long as I thought. I'm only at 25 minutes on my recording clock. So, that is very good. Okay, let's go ahead and give that to Pooh. There we go. And we'll go over to equip that on Pooh. Sword of Kings, look at that. 113 to 143. 30-point increase on his offense. Fantastic. That was very less stressful than I thought. Basically, what I ended up doing is I was going back and forth on this railing here between the ladder and the present at the end. If I ended up seeing an enemy that wasn't a Starman, I would just back off, let it despawn, and go return to it. And I ended up getting a lot of back attacks off of them, so got the instant kill. And I also ended up getting through to doing the spy technique, and ended up getting it off the back attack method, but just a couple different ways that you can get that. But I am super psyched to have that done now. So now that I've got the Sword of Kings, I will go ahead and cut here, and I will meet you at the boss of the area. Off of that battle, Ness reached level 66. Offense up by 3, defense 1, speed 1, HP 3, PP 1. Very good. And off of that battle, Pooh reached 55. He got 2 offense and defense, 1 guts, vitality, and IQ, and max HP up by 10. Very nice. Hey, and Pooh got Thunder Omega. Very good. That's a 4-hit Thunder attack. And with that, we are actually back to the area where the end is. Let me go ahead and real quick use a round of life ups on everybody, just so that we are ready for the boss. We don't get caught off guard. 1 on Jeff. And lastly, 1 on Pooh. Alright, we shall now proceed onward. This is the boss of the area right here. You are much stronger than our intelligence indicated. We're not prepared for that eventuality. The prophecy from the Apple of Enlightenment may be true, but you must not underestimate us. And here we are. This is the Starman Deluxe. The Starman Deluxe has 1,400 HP. He is partially weak to fire. Can fire a beam for mid-level damage. Do PSI Starstorm Alpha. Can call for help, which can summon either a Starman or a Starman Super. Or do PSI Shield Beta. So I believe this guy does start off with a shield. So I'm going to go ahead and try using the neutralizer on him just to make sure we can take care of that. Go, Jeff used neutralizer. There we go. That should take care of that. Oh, here he goes with the Starstorm. This does a lot of damage. And it hurts a lot. Do that, you bash, you do that, Pooh, there we go, heal that, do that, Jeff's gonna die, we got a Starman Super to deal with now, Jeff is dead, what am I gonna do? He's got the Starman Super's got a Psychic Shield, but yeah, Jeff is dead. So what am I gonna do there? You go ahead and use fire. We will, let's see, use one of your life up items. Ness is pretty low. We should have healed him, but yeah, it should be fine. Fire Gamma and Super, that's not bad. Or in Deluxe, I mean. Deluxe. And yeah, that's gonna hurt Ness. Jeff is that. This is going to die. I think I'm just gonna take the death from Ness because I cannot click through the menu in time to get that recovery on him. There we go. Okay. Do you have any healing item? No, you do not. you continue on your fire spree. Jeff, you use a big bottle rocket on Starman Deluxe. And then a cup of life noodles on Ness. There we go, Ness is back up. Might want to... Jeff fired big bottle rocket, that's a good amount of damage. Hey, there we go! Not too bad. Alright. Just needed to use some of my reviving items, but he went down, not too bad. And Paula's level 63, got some offense and speed off of that. Another IQ point, very good. Oh, and Paula was the only one that leveled up off of that. And with the defeat of the Starman Deluxe, the Stonehenge base shuts down. When you defeated the Starman DX, the Stonehenge base ceased functioning. Yep, and nothing to check there. So now that we come out here, we can see everyone is freed from their tubes. I was scared, but I knew I'd be saved if I courageously just sat here and waited long enough. That's what I thought, but I began to lose hope. I'm so glad you saved me after all. Mr. Saturn saved, kidnapped, happy, rescued. I give you ribbon. Well, I got the Saturn ribbon. Alright, sorry about that. I had a bit of an interruption there. I was in the process of going to equip the Saturn ribbon onto Paula. That raises her defense quite a bit, so that's very good there. Alright, we'll continue talking here. There's Apple Kid here. I expected there to be about a 7% chance that you would rescue me. I just thought it was a good opportunity to meet Mr. Saturn. I also got to meet Dr. Ananuts. See you. What? You're looking for the book Overcoming Shyness? I returned it to the Wonut Library. Please use the book to help the Shy Tender tribe. Anyway, because I knew you, I had an incredible experience. Wow! I was kidnapped by some of Gygas's toadies. Of course, yes, you were. Since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start on the phase distorter as soon as possible. Oh, I almost forgot to thank you. Thank you. Don't worry about us. You've got important things to do. And Jeff's friend Tony here. Jeff, buddy, oh me, oh ma, you came to rescue me, pal. Oh, Ness, I'm Tony. I'm Jeff's best friend. I've known him for the longest time. That's always good. Let's see what Mr. T has to say. Says, I was kidnapped while milking a cow on the farm. I didn't think that they'd get a ransom by kidnapping little old me. And how about the hippie? What's the hippie got to say? Mr. T, you're in the way of me talking to the hippie. Can you please move? Sir? Thank you. Hippie. This is the happiest moment of my life. No matter what happens, I will live 10,000 years. Thanks for all that you've done. No problem, hippie. Now, as you can see, the base has ceased operations. There is no longer anyone in here. Nothing is going on. So you can either do an easy walk out, or, like I picked up the exit mouse, go ahead and just use the exit mouse. That'll get you out. No problem. Be wary of the bears once you leave. Wouldn't it be silly just to go to defeat the Starman Deluxe and then come out here and die to a bear? That would be kind of embarrassing. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and use the instant revitalizing device here. And I'll save the game and leave things off there. We got the Sword of Kings for Pooh, defeated the Starman Deluxe, ending the Stonehenge base operations. In the next part, we will head to Wonut and pick up the book for Overcoming Shyness. So, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.